My biggest motivation now in life is my son.
What would you do if you knew that there is a possibility that your life will be shortened? You would perhaps do all the things you want to do in the shortest possible time. I talked to Jeremy Pei, who did exactly just that.
Jeremy Pei is a professional magician. At the peak of his career, he met with a traffic accident and survived. In his recovery process, doctors found a tumor in his brain. Jeremy was not ready to let go of his dream of making lives better through magic. Thus, his motivation to accelerate life for himself.
I'm a magician, a full-time performing magician. I also teach, I sell. I love selling magic. As you can see over here, we are at, it's like my magic showroom. In any ways, there's magic included. Family, of course, I have my wife with me, and we have a son. Son's name is called Jack, AAC, Jack, Jeremy, and Celia. Back then, when I had this issue of my brain tumor, right? Then my wife and I were thinking whether we can have a child. So back then, we got him, as part of the family. So he is the brother of my son. Yeah, Vegas. The strongest challenge that I ever faced actually started back like 10 years ago, 2012. I met in a road accident. I got hit by a very big truck. The next checkup, they discovered that something in my brain that is still there. Then they say that that is a brain tumor. Of course, I was confused. I'm thinking, I don't feel anything. Why would I have a brain tumor or what? And then mid of 2014, when I started having seizure attacks. Worst thing that can happen is if a seizure arrives when you're driving a car. Back then, when I discovered it is coincidentally the year that we're going to get married, 2012. But in the middle, got hit and found brain tumor. So I was telling my wife that, my goodness, you're like marrying to a wrong husband. If he's going to pass away soon because of a brain tumor, or it's like the goals in future will be all gone, because how can we have a kid and the kid knows that the husband, the father has a brain tumor? I think the main thing that assists to overcome this is the surgery. So I tell my wife, I think now it's time maybe we can start a family. Since surgery, main thing about surgery is extending your life. A bad way to say it, you're buying time doing a surgery. Yeah, I mean, you do a surgery, you pay for it, you're buying time. Of course, I'm thinking positive on the upcoming surgery. And the fact is this, because it's done a week. Of course, you'll be a bit scared, but of course we have to trust the team who are doing it. So they also mentioned to me about the pros and cons of this kind of the incident. But the main pro that I wanted is this. My biggest motivation now in life is my son. I want my son, of course, to have a father, a mother, okay, to bring him up. I always use magic as a form of motivation for myself to recover. A concept that I developed back in the year 2015 while I was doing my chemotherapy and all, is this concept known as a 60-year-old magician. Basically, the concept is to double your age. The reason why is this, because I'm sure when we're younger, right, we focus a lot of things on work, rushing for money, and Singapore is alone and all. So what I want to do is back then, knowing that my life may be shorter, going for surgery, so I double my age to live my life back then when I turned 30 to 60. After the next surgery, I will still continue this, but this does not mean I don't do magic show, I don't do this, I don't do that. I will still do. Magic is my passion. I'm going to be 38 in October. I think it's more about touching people's heart and to deliver a message. And there's no challenges that is impossible. Just like this cube, it's all mixed up. But all you need to do is take on the challenge, and nothing in life is impossible.
Jeremy reminds us that our time on earth is limited. The time to take action on our goals and dreams is now. A dream will remain a dream unless we put a timeline to it. I'm City Joe Carson, putting my dreams into my calendar at my dream forest in Bukit Timah for Singapore One.